Good News Aspen.
With Finky Fontaine Entertainment, Miss Vivian Fashion, Leanne the Librarian Art, with special guest Tasha the Love Coach, and Pete Hirschberger G&A Sports. Now for your host, Billy Spindler.
Good News Aspen.
Hello and welcome to Good News Aspen, the show that proves it's possible to be happy in paradise. We open today, once again, amidst some slow economic times that have many people soured on the future. But here at Good News Aspen, we see the silver lining in every cloud. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news.
Good News Aspen headlines.
The Aspen Sopris Ranger District is considering a permit program to allow people to take rocks out of the White River National Forest for personal use. It is hoped that this will make a currently illegal practice safe for all concerned. No decision has yet been made on whether people will be allowed to return disobedient pet rocks to the forest free of charge. The proposed decriminalization of rock stealing is in no way related to a recent proposal that Shadow Mountain be lowered in order to provide more sunlight to Aspen homeowners. Aspen culinary marshals took a 16-year-old sous chef into custody today after he consistently burned the eggs and bacon of restaurant patrons. The boy was trying to perfect his flambé technique for preparing breakfast foods, which is considered poor taste under the Pitkin County Food and Wine Code. Charges were dropped, however, after the boy helped the district attorney make a soufflé that didn't fall. Saving the world one soufflé at a time, that is good news.
Good News Aspen.
President Obama had a beer with a cop and a professor last month as part of his attempt to personally thank all those that voted for him in last November's election. Next week, he's scheduled to smoke pot with a plumber and an accountant.
It's an editorial.
What you just witnessed there, dear viewers, I'm sorry to say, was an example of a cheap joke. Yes, the slow economy even affects Good News Aspen, where it's sunny all the time and smiles are just around the corner. To provide donations for better jokes, email us at goodnewsaspen@yahoo.com or call Grassroots TV. An Aspen tourist was forced to cut his vacation short last week after several eyewitnesses saw him stuff a VHS copy of the film Dumb and Dumber into his pants before fleeing the Pitkin County Library. Upon making his extrajudicial getaway, the accused perpetrator claimed to have fenced the stolen item, but as of yet, it has not turned up. It's unclear what the street value of lowbrow comedies are these days, but police say there's a growing underground market for such copies amongst anti-digital hardliners. You can bet that Good News Aspen will continue to cover this story until it has a happy ending.
Good News Aspen Sports.
The Kentucky Derby, the America's Cup, the New York City Marathon, all classics in the history of sport. But none can compare to the grandmother of them all, the pinnacle of all great races held each year in Aspen. I am, of course, referring to the annual Ducky Derby. By all accounts, this year's Ducky Derby was the most exciting and fun-filled yet. As always, Good News Aspen was there to cover the pageantry and fierce competition. We go now to Good News Aspen sports reporter Pete Hirschberger. Pete.
Thanks, Billy. It's been said that with a rubber duck, one is never alone. Well, when 25,000 ducks are dumped into the Roaring Fork River each year, the whole Roaring Fork Valley seems to have a pal. In the heat of the Aspen summer, these yellow-clad plastic waterfowl compete in the most grueling test of aquatic endurance. 25,000 will start the race, but only one will be crowned the Ducky Derby champion.
That's right, Pete. It's through the amazing work of the Aspen Rotary Club that over $100,000 a year is raised for charity. And thousands of orphaned rubber ducks are finally adopted by loving parents, having been trained since birth to become the uber athletes that you will see in competition today.
Here I am, Billy, at the starting line. Here at the No Problem Bridge in Aspen, where the 25,000 rubber ducks will literally be dumped by a dump truck down a ramp and into the river. You can hear the countdown now, the excitement building. And away they go! An avalanche of ducks into the river, a massive yellow plastic humanity, or duckanity if you will. The 2009 Ducky Derby is underway. Godspeed to all the competitors.